All right,
It always
heathen.
recording.
Hmm?
It always yells at me that it's recording.
See, it does with me too. And I'm like, my boy, who is you?
I know. The first time it happened, I was so startled. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Honestly, same, because I remember I think it was when you were AFK, like when you were MIA, not AFK.
Actually, I was in the process of setting this up, and I tried to change my school name, and it didn't let me, and I was freaking out.
No, I
So,
mean like back, like when like you were like off the planet.
oh,
Way
that
back
makes
when. The first time I tried to record an online game on Zoom, I heard that and I went, "Ah!"
sense. I'm putting my hair up because I'm getting down to business.
Oh, I put my hair up just because I got out of the shower and I'm like, fuck that.
See, I'm not gonna put my fucking hair up if I get out of the shower because I got curly hair, and she take forever to dry. If I come to school with wet hair, she won't be dry until lunch.
See, that's why I shower at night and I'm just like, all right, I'll just brush it out in the morning.
See, but if I shower at night, I wake up with a fucking afro.
Mmm. I really have to like brush her down, like homegirl. Homegirl thick as shit, my boys.
Bro, my hair is so thick, it's Kim Kardashian
The
thick.
amount of just gay hand gestures that's going on right now is absolutely immaculate.
I love using my bro voice and like speaking queerly.
I had like okay, so I had a huge like DM moment earlier. I quite literally had a verbal out loud conversation between Varlo and Dierna, and it was the funniest thing ever. It was so stupidly funny because the way I have Varlo patience written is he's very they he, it's an it at this point. It's kind of like Remnant.
My sister's letting something burn in the oven. I need to be right back.
God damn you!
I'm trying to coerce.
Why does she yell at me?
She does the same thing to me.
My immediate reaction: why does she yell at me?
Hold on just 1 second. I'm trying to coerce money out of people who want me to get them specialty snacks.
All right. Honestly, I can probably just bring my own munchies, but like, if you see something,
Yeah.
okay. All right, heathen. Hence, last you left.
That
Dead.
sounds so weird.
It's supposed to. I do that with Nadia, and it scared the shit out of her. All right, heathen. Hence, last you left. You were at the Temple of Creation after Juniper had returned with our favorite purple bastard, the man behind the slaughter, if you will. It appears he's been disarmed. Nope, that's Barbados. I lied.
It appears he's been disarmed. Oh wait, no, shit, that's Barbados.
Shit,
Oops.
wrong one. Oh, completely side topic. Do you know who Rhyperior is? The Pokemon.
Yes.
I named mine Barbados, and I'm like, that's so on brand.
Oh.
It's such a punchy tank. I'm like, Barbados immediately.
If you ever find one that fits for Nylar, oh my god, Nylar would be Umbreon.
Yeah, you will be. No, you'd be the new Sneasler evolution. You'd be that new regional variant looking emo heaven. Do you know who I'm talking about? Oh my god, hold on, I'm pulling up a picture. Before anything else, it's like the Sneasler evolution. I can't remember his name. It's a new one.
See, me as a person, I'm Sylveon. I look very sweet. I look very tiny, cute. But I can murder you and sap all of the life out of you.
This motherfucker. This motherfucker. This bitch right here. Like, oh, what's his name? This bitch right here. You look like this motherfucker. Nylar built like him too. Oh, oh, it's rancid. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. But why you got the hair too?
See, Nylar puts it up like that for battle.
No, old Nylar. Old Nylar. Because my boy, that man built like a feminine child. My boy out here having wide hips, small shoulders. My boy out here with the 7-foot frame, but no rats along his back.
My guy built like a 17-year-old in hentai.
My boy really out here being built like Machoke, but having the IQ of a fucking nose pass. My boy really out here.
At Barbados.
No. Barbados is 100% a Rhyperior because they're stupid and strong.
Yeah.
I actually I love researching Pokemon just because I'm a fucking nerd. Rhyperiors are actually really smart, but they just play stupid.
Actually, there's this book made by, it's a fan book, but it's really cool that I'll share you later.
Oh, is it the anatomy thing?
Yes!
Oh my god, I want it! It looks so cool!
It does! Oh my god, okay, back on track.
Yes, I agree. Hence last you left, you retrieved Yara, the purple bastard, who seems conflicted about Juniper's decision of bringing him back to the material realm. And you now know that he knows something, and everyone else is left to go prepare for the party. Yara is still kind of standing alone by himself, awkwardly in a corner somewhere. So what do? Do you find somebody, or do you just go straight to Yara?
Well, who's around?
Demetrius, Remnant, and... Yeah, Demetrius and Remnant.
Birdman. Sexy Birdman.
He is. What? I don't say that.
Sexy Birdman.
That's a bird-ussy right there.
See, birds only have one ussy.
I'm sorry, bird-ussy. I apologize.
No, ussy is still the... It is still the singular.
Shush. Continue.
Immediately
just shut up.
Could I walk past Sexy Birdman and just whisper, Sexy Birdman, and then go to Yara?
You know what? Sure. Roll. Are you going to be subtle about it, or are you blatantly going to just be like, oh, I'm not going to be smooth about this at all?
No, I just want to look at him and go, Sexy Birdman.
Roll for athletics.
What the fuck?
Roll for athletics.
Oh.
Give me my dice. Please roll for athletics.
I hate you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You're actually, no, you don't.
You're mean. That's a 13.
God damn it, you whore. Okay, yeah. You don't eat shit on the ground. Okay, you walk past Demetrius, you say Sexy Birdman, and they kind of just be like, they're trying, and they go, no, straight, like, the blank face emoji, like, just no, more, just, yep, right there. Okay, Yara kind of seems somewhat distracted, and he's kind of like he's kind of itching his forearms, like, kind of like it's weird for him not to have his gauntlets on.
Well, I guess I walk up to Yara.
Okay, what do you do?
Well, I'd like to speak to him.
Well, let me go to my fan on. One more moment, please. I am so sorry. I am not prepared enough for this. Someone's turned the goddamn heat on, and I'm like, my boy, I got the only heater in the basement. I'm roasting like a chicken in here.
You're good.
All right, anyways, as you were.
Yeah. Why are you so fidgety? You're not usually this fidgety. What are you doing?
It's just weird being back, I guess.
You tell me.
Also, haven't really had, gauntlets often. It's been a minute.
I can imagine that must be uncomfortable.
Perception check, please, if you want to.
Oh, that's a 24.
Okay. You notice this immediately. There is something very strange about where his gauntlets were. It seems almost as if there were like chains on them, like not the ones from Infernus, like chains that connected the gauntlets and like acupuncture needles that were within his arm. And you notice a sigil of binding that is almost like branded into him on both arms, and he's just itching at one of them.
Can I do an arcane check for it? Or even a history check?
Yes, yeah, actually, do either or you can do both if you want.
Okay.
And he's still just scratching away at this thing.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I got a 9 and a nat 20.
Jesus, all right, what's going to what?
What would you suggest? What would be more useful in this situation?
Either way, it doesn't matter. You passed either way. Just one would give you more information than the other.
I want to put 25 into Arcana because I rolled a nat 20. So my modifier is 5. So 25 into Arcana and 12 into History.
Okay. I'm going to go with History first. This sigil was used by demonic royalty to bind slave imps to them. This is kind of like what Eclipse used for Cart Block. It's that high level magic. And this is, you would know as being demonic descent. This is this is like king level royal demon magic. Like the son of Satan kind of magic. Like higher ranking than Eclipse. This is some powerful shit.
Wow.
And with the Arcana check, I will say that it's branded. It's not on him anymore, but it was a part of him for so long that it's still lingering. That's why he's like itching at it, because it's kind of like, like when say you have a cast on and somebody like says like itchy, 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 and like your leg starts to get itchy under the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Or have you like it's kind of like that. Like it's not really.
I know what that feels.
Yeah, so it's not really there, but you're like, God damn it. It's kind of like he hasn't felt his own arms in so long. It's like he's not used to it.
Or like when someone mentions lice, you just like feel your head itchy.
See, I've never experienced that. I've never been one of those people.
See, it only happens after you have lice, and I grew up in a very dingy area.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I had lice, and it was fucking awful.
I hear it's bad. I hear it's horrible.
Yeah, thankfully I didn't have to cut any hair off, but
I'm gonna turn my TV off. For some reason, it's still on. Die. Anyways, but yeah, so this is a lot of magic, and for some reason it's on Yara, but it's not his magic.
Mm-hmm.
You make a conjure?
I'm thinking of a way to go forward, because I want Nylar to be... I want him to be concerned, but not too concerned, because what I'm thinking right now is Nylar goes to reach for it, but just barely stops before he touches it.
And well, like in your head, you would have that like restraint, like, no, not yet.
Yeah, he goes out and just almost touches it. You know, I'm going to do that. He goes out and just almost touches it, and then Nylar says, "What happened? Who did this?"
That noise. Okay. Yara immediately says, this is from my mother when she was still around.
Wow. Fucking Christ.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just weird.
It's a spell of binding.
Yeah, those gauntlets got me through thick and thin, though.
Dude, the more I learn about you, the more fucked up it gets. Oh my God.
I mean, can't you say the same for the rest of the party?
Don't you realize she literally made you for being a killer? That's why she did that.
No, she didn't do that. Well, no, technically she didn't do that. By definition, Pyro did.
Yeah, and that's fucked up. No one's existence should be like that.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I paid for it, right? And I want to point out how casually and like how like self-aware he is to this. I feel like that's like pissing Nyla off a little bit.
It is because Nyler was in a similar situation because, as I said, he was a fucking sex slave at a brothel.
Yeah, but so you notice that Yara is so self-aware. He's like, but I paid for it, didn't I? And he's almost like laughing it off
Wow.
while he's like still scratching at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss those gauntlets a lot. They got you would know that they got me through everything. You were in my head for a while.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Oof. When I think I've seen everything. Oh my god.
Almost as if Yara realizes, like, oh, he says, oh, is that not fair game yet?
No, no, you're fine. It's just I'm astounded by how fucked up your life is.
Some of you guys had it worse than I did.
God. Yeah, but it's pretty close. It's not a
I mean,
okay.
that's how fire genazis are. And, you know, Pyro took me away from the village and I messed up a lot of people's lives.
Well, we all have. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, a great prime example is Mary.
And Achilles. I'm enough of a soldier to understand that the reason I exist, the reason why Achilles was so badly hurt.
And frankly, you're gonna have to atone for that in any way you can.
I
And
plan on it, believe me.
and I believe that, but right now, just as a suggestion, it's not gonna work.
Me and her actually talked a while back. Back actually before Juniper saw me and Void. She went to Cosmos and talked to me a few weeks prior, therefore messing with the timeline, so I interacted with her within a meditative state. She holds no malice towards me, which is angering, to say the least.
I mean, she's very strong. And
I'm
it takes
saying she
someone
isn't.
strong-willed to not absolutely despise you for all you did to her.
Believe me, you know me by now. I full-heartedly want her to hate me.
Yeah. And that's what makes her stronger than you.
I'm saying it doesn't. I respect her very much, and the fact that I did what I did was horrible. It was out of the way I was raised, which is not an excuse in the slightest.
Yeah, it's not.
Fortunately, I can't do anything to change that. If I die, I can't die. She still exists.
Yeah. So looks like you're stuck here. And that's a great way to force you to try.
I full heartedly plan on it. You know me by now. I'm honest to my word.
I mean, do I? I mean, I thought I did.
You know enough about me. I'm not saying, I hate to say this, I don't even know everything about me.
I mean, does anyone perfectly know themselves?
Technically, few.
Yeah.
Soleil, Void, Alistair.
They're fucking gods, dude.
Actually, you'd be surprised how little power they have.
Frankly, I don't care how much power they have. That's not important to me at all.
I know it isn't, and that's what's respectable.
I find the will of one's mind to be more fearsome in that aspect.
And that's why I've always respected you. You've never been afraid of how powerful an entity is.
Well, partially that was because I just didn't care.
I'm aware. And again, that's why I admired you, and I still do. That's why I admire all of you.
Not caring is bad. It almost got me killed plenty of times.
But not caring also saves you. Back when I was an assassin, do you think I cared about who I was killing? Sure, I did. 100%. I didn't want to do it. But I didn't care unless I was getting paid or unless I was making my mother or Pyro happy.
Yeah, well, you can't the will of others. I have learned that very well.
A person's will is something that is scary. Their ambitions is more terrifying than anything else.
Yeah,
Take Void for an example. His ambition is getting us all killed, or at least enough of us killed.
yeah.
He is a twisted individual, and I pity him. Dare I say, he's the one person I wish I could have killed of my own accord. That's
Well,
stupid, isn't it?
not really, but at the same time, hindsight's a lot easier to look back than in this situation. I know that all too well, and I know you do too.
I do. The problem is the only way to kill Void is nearly impossible, and only one of you can get close enough to actually give us all a fighting chance, which is another scary task.
I mean, if only I was stronger, I might be able to help.
That's not the problem. The problem is on a physical level, not a magical or power-based level. Barbatos is the key to this whole operation. Essentially, the Gauntlet of Drogos, which was stolen from Arcus by Alistair, was placed somewhere God knows where. But since Alistair can't really intervene, I believe you saw that firsthand. He did not fight, he did not engage.
Yeah,
He was
frankly,
only there.
that entity is quite amusing and intriguing in its own.
Alistair's fun, believe me. Getting drinks with him is hilarious.
My scholarly instincts tell me to look more into him, but my more primal ones tell me not to because it does not sound like a good idea.
Well, Alistair can't hurt you either way. He can't do anything to any of us.
Yeah, but
He's supposed to stay true neutral, or else he loses power.
at this point, I'm more demon than elf, and the demon part of me fears him.
Believe me, I know.
It knows what he can do.
Void did fully corrupt you, didn't he?
I mean, look at me. I even look different.
I mean, you're still the same Nylar, one way or the other. Appearances don't change everything. While yes, your mind may physically be different, you are still technically the same person.
Yeah.
Void's corruption is something scary. Yes?
Out of context, this conversation is fucking awesome.
I'm living for it. For some reason, I'm picturing it like at a bar. I don't know why.
See, I more see it just like in the corner of a room behind the couches. Like we're not even sitting on a couch.
Oh, it's one of the, you know what? But I am very much enjoying this conversation. I'm very much liking this.
Also, I'm loving playing a mentally mature Nylar.
I'm liking playing an mentally mature Yara because it's so interesting.
Yeah, it's like okay, previous Nylar and Yara would be like at each other's throats,
But now that they're like, it's like when like you see like
It's
you like two kids in preschool hating each other, but then like in middle school they're like best friends.
it's like very dry banter with someone that with a friend that you had a huge fight with. Hold on, my dad's calling me.
Alrighty. Why did she yell at me?
I don't know.
I have headphones on, so it actually sounds like she's yelling at me.
Recording in progress.
But anyways, continuing.
Yes.
Where were we?
Dry banter.
Oh. Yara then again restates that the Sons of Darkness are a lot scarier than I feel like you guys understand.
Oh no, we understand. We can't let them win.
Well, we literally can't. You can't. And you notice he catches himself again.
What
Because
do you mean?
like previously when he said like back when out of game when Juniper and him were interacting, he said, "You know who your friends are."
Yeah.
Like and you're noticing this pattern because I'll say you heard him talk before. He's like catching himself.
I'm gonna note that in my brain because I
Yeah.
don't have my notebook on me. Otherwise, I would take that note.
Yeah.
But
He then again restates like, there's a large fight ahead of us.
I mean, when isn't there?
Honestly, comparing this to everything else that you guys have been through, this is the biggest fight I think anyone's ever seen. Hell,
Yeah.
even the old gods can't compare.
We thought that way about Mary. I mean, we didn't think so much as the old gods, but we thought it was going to be the most difficult part of our life.
Don't get me started about Mary. Oh my god, with her was shit.
I mean, it wasn't so bad. She's really good with the kids.
I mean,
Did
back when she was Karai, that was horrible.
Yeah. But did I tell you I finally opened that orphanage?
I heard, and honestly, from what I've seen, it's quite impressive.
Thank you. Ugh.
I will say, you notice that he's almost stopped scratching, but like he hasn't noticed.
Okay.
Anyways, but I should probably start planning on how I'm gonna get the gauntlet back to Arcus.
And while you do
Because
that,
if I give it to Arcus, then if I don't give it to Arcus, then they're gonna think that you stole it or someone else stole it. When it was Alistair. If I give it to them, then it seems like I'm actually, a team player. Why would I hand over the gauntlet to kill Void over to the person who wields it?
yeah.
Arcus is a mythic bitch.
Ugh.
I did just use the line from Heathers.
Why?
Because it made sense. Moving on.
I know.
Do you say anything to Yara after that?
No, I think Nylar needs a drink.
All right.
I think that'd be fair.
All right. I'm gonna say it while as you walk over to the tavern, Yara kind of walks into Cosmos for a brief moment. And I will say, while you're in the tavern, you hear a very familiar voice. Very familiar.
Can I do like a perception or even like a memory check?
I'll just tell after the voice, I'll tell you who it is.
Okay.
We have the gauntlet. We have this voice scares you because this is Osmodius, the king of the Lust Ring.
You're kidding.
We have the ring, Nylar. We have this little trinket of yours. From the ground to the mist. I hate that song because it hits so good. Oh my god.
I'm
But
getting over to Cosmos right the fuck now.
all right. As you run out of the tavern, you run into Cosmos. Yara's kind of just in there looking at kind of what Eden was doing back in when you were there, like looking at galaxies, like from a star perspective.
I bust down the door. Osmodius has it.
Has what?
The gauntlet, dumbass. What are you looking for? He
No,
also
he
has
doesn't.
He has some ring.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, then what voice did I just hear? Because in the tavern, I hadn't had anything to drink yet.
Well, I've located it. I hate to tell you.
Where is it?
Approximately, and he kind of swipes, and you notice that it kind of spins in at a rapid rate about 700 years ago, back when the first Guardian saves Andretta.
Then why would I hear Osmodius?
I don't know. Maybe Void or Alistair's trying to throw you off. They can't directly interact with us, or at least Alistair, at least Void can't. Void doesn't even know where you are. He doesn't know where I am. He thinks I'm dead.
Nylar sort of plays with his hair, thinking.
Please make a perception check.
Just perception or anything else?
Just perception.
Ah, that fell off. That wasn't.
Ah, damn.
Oh my god.
You're doing great.
That's a 6.
Okay.
Mom.
Um. Oh my God.
Bless you.
Miss Keisha dying.
Miss Keisha.
Miss Keisha. Oh my fucking
Miss
God, she's
Keisha.
fucking dead. I will say something seemed a little off. Like it wasn't exactly Asmodeus' voice, but it sounded pretty close. It's kind of like when someone does an impression. Like, you know, like when someone does an impression, like it's not exactly what it is. Like it's not the same, but it's like it's pretty damn close.
Can I would investigation apply to this?
What are you investigating?
Like how it sounded. Like
It sounded like they're trying too hard to sound like him. Like, you know, when someone does like a Peter Griffin voice and they add too much nasal to their voice, like they add a lot too much nasal. Like it's kind of like that. Like they try to overdo it. They try to oversell like the gravel in their voice. They try to oversell that. Like Asmodeus has a really like resonant, naturally gravelly sound.
so corpse husband.
No, not like corpses. It's not like it's not like I can't do a corpse voice anymore because sad. But like Asmodeus' voice is like it's very similar to the way Void talks. Like they have like little pickup at the end of their voice. Like literally, it's a similar voice to the one that has been like, "Aw, ain't that the sweetest display? It sickens me. Get the fuck out." It's very similar to the voice, but it goes very much more into a higher octave.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will say, like, you're like, hold on a minute. You're right. You're right, damn you.
Rat bastard, you're right.
But my question is, why is it back 700 years ago? Alistair doesn't have capabilities for time manipulation. As of right now, only Mary does. And Adira, and that's about it.
Well, seems like we have to go back to the past.
The question is, how do we get there? Logistically speaking, we don't have a safe way of traveling there without, you know, Boyd catching us.
Well, would Sir Dragon Librarian take us?
Chronicle?
I mean, he could know of a way. That's a no-go?
The erasing of Zendretta kind of spread pretty far.
Okay, then.
The majority of the second continent is already gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That takes... Is his library still there?
Library of Alexandria is still there.
Okay, maybe we could go there and try and find something.
I mean, hypothetically, I have an idea. Ash, odds or evens?
I don't know. Odds.
Today's your lucky day, my friend. Yara then proceeds to say to you, I mean, Void wasn't the only, you weren't the only one that Void corrupted, if you will.
Pardon?
Void kind of had a little catch for all the Sons of Darkness. Remember how he referred to me as Vengeance?
Yes.
Well, the little thing with my incarnate was and is essentially I can do anything as long as it's in the name of vengeance. So if I want to seek vengeance upon, say, Void, or amongst Chronicle, or anyone that he has died, as long as I want to do it, I can do it. The only thing I can't do is erase. At least not anymore. Boy took that away. He's out of game. I feel like you would do like a little pen. Like, the boy took that away.
I know. He's like, boy took that away. Like a toddler.
Like, boy took that away. But
Nyla,
then
at that, Nyla rolls his eyes and asks, so, What are the capabilities of it? Is it limitless as long as it's in the name of vengeance?
It's a weird gray area. I can use it once at least every 2 millennia. Kind of immortals, but that doesn't really mean much for me. But like,
Well, could that 1 millennia, 2 millennia be useful enough to be used with time travel?
hypothetically. And I will say you have not seen where this incarnate is. He keeps talking about it. You haven't seen it.
Just out of curiosity, where is it?
Oh, about that. So you know how I kind of have this eye patch going?
It's on your fucking eyeball.
No. He kind of lifts it up, and there's nothing there. But it's kind of like it's an empty socket with a lit rune. It's kind of like L's incarnate, but except with an eye, I just have the incarnate itself. I don't have anything attached to it. So I mean, I can literally.
Please put that back in.
I just did.
I have seen many a death, but that was nauseating.
Yep. But no, so literally just. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can technically use some form of time manipulation that can get us past Void.
Could you jump, say, 700 years?
Hypothetically.
I mean, then why don't we?
Well, that all depends. Are you willing to risk that? Are you willing to risk your party for this?
I'm willing to risk anything to get rid of him.
Well, cheers, I'll drink to that. He's gonna go, cheers, bro, I'll drink to that.
My life, Karthok's life, Niall's life. I'm willing to risk my ancestry.
That is what you, if that is what you will put on the line, I will not stop you. They flick up the eye patch, and almost as if all the arcane within that room just draws to a. He essentially says, "Fuck you, Cosmos. I'm borrowing this for a minute."
I'm just gonna steal a little bit.
Almost as if every bit of magic for the next 3 miles is drawn to a single point. And you feel this. And this is horrifying.
Okay, would anyone with any arcane sense be able to, like, see this?
No, because that's the fuck you of it. It is it's undetectable unless you are within 2 feet of him.
That's a convenient loophole.
It's a fuck you. It's kind of like how have I explained to you how Decimate works?
No.
All organic and living energy is brought to a single point and fired.
Ooh.
It's the abilities that the pure incarnates have. It's their like end all do all.
Will Nylar have an ability like that?
You don't have a pure incarnate. You will have something though. I will tell you, you will have something.
Oh my god! If I can get close enough to a target and kiss them, death's kiss.
See, I thought about that. That would not work.
It wouldn't.
Because that ability is used in vampires.
Oh.
And they have to at least have contact for 3 whole seconds. And in combat, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Like, for what you need to do for Void, that is about 2 nanoseconds. That is quick. But all of this energy is brought to a single point, and a purple portal opens.
Hold on, my sister.
Stop yelling at me. I'm gonna start calling it Keisha. I'm gonna call the voice Keisha.
That's Keisha.
Stop yelling at me. But anyways, as this rift almost opens, and as you walk through, as you as the player see a very familiar sight. You see the coast of the Onyx City.
Aww.
And as you are brought here, it's almost as if a festival just ended, and you see like confetti, you see balloons still strewn about. You, for some reason, remember this day. Not as Niall, not as Nylar, but as Ash.
Hmm.
Something kind of clicks for Nylar. This is the day you killed the Paladin Killer. This is the after party.
Oh.
This is the day after. This is the party that had Eclipse break records of drinking.
The absolute rager that lasted for a week.
Yes, actually, that exact one. Yar then almost looks around, confused. This place. This what it was like before Void? Or am I just crazy?
Yeah. I
Wait.
don't know why, but I have memories of this.
Yar then suddenly looks horrified and goes, 700 years. Nylar, we may be in danger if we mess this up.
Then don't mess up.
Malachi is still around at this point in time.
Well, no shit.
Yes. Right. He pulls out almost like a scroll of sorts. I stand corrected. Never mind. Do whatever you want. My vengeance capability does not change the timeline as long as I decide it does or doesn't. So if I don't want it to, it doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Not me DMing bullshitting this motherfucker.
I know, it's hilarious.
Shut up, it's fun. It's fun. We're having fun. No, why'd you? No, it's like that one Family Guy idea. Like, so what do? Hit it in the water? No, you don't aim for the water. But you, I know I hit it. What? This is fun. We're having fun. But moving on. I'm gonna say that entire conversation happened like at a game because just clarification for heathenry at home. Yar then still keeps looking around like this place is gorgeous for a city.
This is what cities were like. It was teeming with life, and it is an after party.
Low crime, no nothing, no rogues, no warriors of sorts. It's almost
Well,
refreshing.
Don't get too used to it. We don't want you going soft.
Believe me, I'm not.
Yeah.
Where do you go throughout the city?
Well, I should probably ask Yara where it is, like, located.
It's located that way in the forest.
Okay, then let's head that way.
All right. After you.
I'll stay in the back.
That's fair. That's fair. My bad. As Yara starts walking forward, it's almost as if he's looking around astonished. And you hear something going on within the tavern. Please make a perception check.
Oh, please be better than one.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
I got a 1.
What'd you get?
I got a 6 with modifier.
That's okay, because you pass.
Oh, thank God.
As you look over to where the sound is, it's coming from the Salem Tavern.
Oh.
The party's meeting place. Where your ragtag band of idiots asses gathered to drink, to celebrate, to plan missions. This was your spot.
I just want to take a little peep.
Yarden looks around. What are you doing?
I want to take a little peep in that tavern.
Okay. Well, let's not take up too much time, all right? No pun intended.
Okay.
You know I like puns, and I thought you knew that by now.
I did. That doesn't make them any better.
As you walk in, you see a ragtag band of Eclipse, Darsa, Meliodas, Karthlock, Luna, and Riala, and Anabiel. And another figure in a green and black patterned cloak.
It's Malachi.
Black, black, wavy, curly, puffy hair. very pale light skin and emerald green eyes.
You know, before Malachi got, corrupted his swords, he was quite attractive.
Honestly, I'll agree to that.
I'd tap
You know what? He's a child! Yara breaks character for a minute. That's a child!
Oops, I forgot. Like, literally.
Now we don't have time to unpack all
Literally,
of that.
I forgot that was a child.
He's like 12!
I forgot!
But Yarlin says, I mean, we have time for a drink. There's not really a time limit. Whenever I say we got to go back, that's when we go back.
We get a whiskey to go.
Hmm?
We need to get something to go, and I'd like whiskey.
All right. As you walk up to the barkeep, what do you say?
I'd like your finest bottle of whiskey, please.
Lad, coming right up. Oh, name's Horace, by the way. And he holds his hand out.
Hi.
Horace then slides you a bottle of ale, a large bottle of finely aged oak whiskey.
Ooh, okay. Let me just check my inventory real quick. I'd like to slide him 2 platinum.
Ooh, lovely. The horse says, this is more than generous, thank you.
You're very welcome, good sir.
You then hear a voice from behind you. So, you have taste.
When have I not?
Hmm?
And I look around.
As you turn around, this is a young Eclipse. So you seem to have taste.
Oh, and you took me one for who doesn't?
No, a tiefling of your stature must have some form of a ranking within the Shadowfell. Oh, Lord Eclipse, it's a pleasure to meet you. And I want to point, this is like kind of what Karthlock described. Charming, young, just charismatic all around.
Oh, Eclipse, you say?
Yes, that's my name. Next Dreadlord. I'm the heir to the throne.
Well, good for you.
Would you like to join me and my companions at our table? We're just finishing celebrating our victory of the Paladin Killer.
Oh, I'd love to, but I sadly have somewhere to be.
Oh, it's quite unfortunate. Honestly, I feel like my compatriots wouldn't mind your company.
It really is unfortunate, but
Darcy then walks up. Brother, leave them alone. I'm very sorry for my brother. He's quite hot-headed, if you will. Oh, Darsa, brother to Eclipse.
it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. But no, I'm very sorry that he was. Yeah, that's just who he is.
Oh no, it's more than fine. It was charming.
That's Eclipse for you.
It's nice to see a man who, say what he wants rather than just dancing around your feet.
Believe me, he does more than that.
It's refreshing. Everyone I talk to just kind of dances around what they want, and I find that quite.
He taught our son, if you will, Malachi, the human over there. That's kind of how we've raised him so far. Very authoritative, very make sure that he takes what he wants, as long as it's, acceptable. He's going to do great things, I know it.
Little fella, that is.
One more time, you cut out.
He is quite the adorable little fella.
He really is. He's going to do great things, I know it. I'm very proud to see the guardian that he becomes. And I want to point out, you see hope in his eyes. You see hope in his eyes, and that kills you, because you know damn good and well what happens to him.
Yeah. Well, I hope that turns out well for you.
I hope so, too. It was a pleasure meeting you. What'd you say your name was again?
Maybe I'll tell you my name if we meet another time.
That's fair. All right, I bid thee well.
I'd like to let you know that I was very careful not to let them know my name.
I noticed, and I appreciate. I will say, as you turn around, you notice Yara's talking to Malachi.
I'd like to walk over to Yara because that's a little startling.
So you're a gauntlet user, you say? I mean, I don't mean too by a horn, but I had some of the greatest gauntlets in the Genasi army. And Malachi then goes, Genasi?
I put my arm around him. What are you talking about? Oh, you must be so intoxicated. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Just
yes,
grab
I
him at
am.
this point.
Wait. All right.
I must get him home now, for our other companions might worry about him. But you, young one, keep your guard up.
Perception, please. I'm Malachi. I feel like you'll get a kick out of this. This is during the time skip, so this is when you like, before you as Ash didn't see Malachi. This is like during that time skip.
That's a 17.
17? You notice he has tattoos running up and down his arm. Greed, lust, pride, wrath, and all of the pure incarnates. Just the symbols running down his arm. Except for creation and destruction.
Okay.
All tattooed in a nice emerald green.
Well, upon saying this, Nylar's a little taken aback, but he buries it down.
And I will say it's
one last final look at it.
And I will say it's the same arm that Achilles is like taking the incarnates that she's had so far on it.
Huh.
Very similar order too.
I'm gonna catalog that in my brain.
Yep.
With one final look, I turn my head and wink at him and say, "Good luck, kid. You'll do great things."
Okay.
Walk away.
As you and Yara walk out, I forget my people haven't been discovered yet.
Yeah, no shit.
Listen, at this point in time, it was only the original 4.
You may have stopped everything from, fucking up via vengeance, but just be a little more careful. Did you see how I was talking with those Darkseid and Eclipse?
I never gave my name.
Give them my name.
I never gave my name either.
Yes,
I
but
gave them an alias. That's fair. I gave them an alias. I didn't use my actual name.
Whatever. Let's just go into the forest.
All right.
Were you able to swipe 2 cups?
One more time?
Were you able to swipe any cups?
He pulls out like a handful of sand.
That'll do.
And he creates 2 well-made glass cups.
Would you like some?
No, it's been a minute since I've had a drink.
Yeah, he pops the top off. Cause I imagine it's a cork because.
Yeah.
So he pops the top off, pours a little bit in each, pours a little bit in each, and then seals it up with an air cap.
Ooh.
You're supposed to sip it, right?
It's a minute's not up.
Well, I put it in my sack of, my bag.
Your bag of holding.
I don't have a bag of holding.
Your inventory, that's a bag of holding.
It is.
Each of you have a bag of holding. It's a bottomless bag.
Yeah.
How do you think you carry everything you carry? How do you think you carry everything you carry?
That's fair. Don't question me, please.
I'm not. But moving on. As you walk through the forest, you see a very strange-looking obelisk.
Well, what in the fruity fuck is that?
You notice that it's made of black pearl.
Can I do a history and arcane check on it?
I'll let you do a history because you can't read the arcane on it.
Okay. Are there any language actually? Can I also do a perception / investigation because they're the same
I'll
modifier?
I'll put history in that. I'll add that all into history.
Okay. Man, you had to choose history. That else image has a modifier of 5. Please be a good roll.
And what's the number?
Tis a nat 20 with a
Hot
modifier.
damn! Okay, well,
20.
damn. All right. With that, the runes are all of the basic elements: fire, water, earth, and air. But on the top of it, there is the symbol for darkness. And you notice a black cloaked figure almost like worshiping it.
How interesting. Can I touch it?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to reach out and just touch a finger to it.
It is a human girl.
Like right now in front of me.
The cloaked figure is are you touching the figure or the human? The obelisk or the human?
I thought there was a human on the obelisk. Okay.
No, there's a human in
like
front of the obelisk.
All right, I'd like to come up behind the human and just like touch it to see if it's alive.
As you poke it, they kind of sit up and look back to you. It is a young, silvered-haired, very pale-skinned human girl. May I help you?
What are you doing with this obelisk?
I'm paying tribute.
To what?
To the natural elements that circulate throughout Zendratta. I'm a mage, you see. I'm very in tone with these main elements.
Why, I'm a mage myself, but I've never heard of this obelisk before.
Well, it's supposed to be destroyed in the next 2 years.
How do you know that?
Well, let's just say I know a thing or two. Because, well, to put it frankly, vengeance doesn't affect me.
Oh, so you know of vengeance.
I know exactly who you are, Nylar. We've met.
Then who are you?
Astrid.
Astrid, hello.
Remember me? Hi.
Yes, I do.
I may look younger, but listen, I'm omnipresent. I'm everywhere.
That is true.
So, what are you two doing here?
Well, we're here searching for a certain gauntlet.
Gauntlet of Jogos?
Yes.
Lovely. Yeah, can't help you there.
Oh, and why is that?
I'm not omnipotent, I'm omnipresent.
That's fair. Do you have any information that might help us? Because I mean, you were alive / are alive at the time period.
Well.
And you have heard its existence.
Alright, well, before anything else, Nylar, could you do me a teensy-weensy little favor? Could you touch the top of that obelisk, please?
And what would that do?
You'll find out. Just touch it.
Alright. I'll play your game. I touch it lightly.
As you touch it lightly, a massive beam of darkness emerges.
What in the fuck, Knuckles?
Wait for it. And so, and it forms into what appears to be a black and purple energized sword.
What is this?
If you would not mind touching it again.
The obelisk or the sword?
The obelisk.
Okay.
You tap it again.
I touch it again.
It becomes a scythe.
How curious.
Do you touch it again?
No, I'd like to see where this goes.
You don't touch it again?
Should I touch it again?
Are you sure you don't want to touch it again?
Fine, I'll touch it again.
All right, lovely. it becomes a singular black and purple orb.
What is this thing?
This, my friend, is one of the first incarnates to land in Zendretta. This was my base for the artificials. In your timeline, I absorbed it so I could have its demonic power. But seeing as you need it, I don't see why you can't have it.
And it's not like this will affect the timeline.
No, it won't. Due to the fact that Astrid in your timeline isn't me. I'm Astrid of Onyx City. I'm not Onyx of Eden. I know. Nope. I am. That phrasing would have been better. I'm not Onyx of Eden yet.
That would have been bad.
I am not Astrid of Eden yet. So, Nylon, will you accept this incarnate?
Why not?
As she almost hands it to you, something odd happens. You feel your old incarnate start to shatter, like almost.
It's all painful.
It's like, you know, like the feeling like when you crack your knuckles. It's kind of like the feeling of cracking your knuckles, like all just over where the incarnate is. Like the pressure builds up and then on the palm of your hand forms a kanji of death. And I can grab my reference picture real quick. Hold on.
I had a cosmetic idea change. That sentence came up. I have a cosmetic idea. So Nylon is getting the incarnate on his hand, right?
Yes.
Okay. Perfection. Now, I was wondering if it could. I see that.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it could change the way his hands look. Okay, so
I was getting to that.
It turns like a blackened, but inside the bones are like a bluish.
See, I had a different idea, Ed, because this is what actually happens when you take in the incarnate of death. And there's a specific reason I picked this picture. Your entire pick one of your arms.
Right arm.
Your right arm? Your entire right arm becomes phantom black with a singular glowing red symbol on the palm of your hand. And it's almost like translucent.
JT.
Yes?
This is going to sound really strange and maybe unreasonable, but for symmetry, since Nylar can't take any more incarnates, and for symmetry wise, can it be on both of his arms, just up to the wrist? I mean, up to the elbow?
Sure.
Yeah!
But only one is translucent. The one with the incarnate is translucent.
Okay.
And as you take that in, you notice that almost as if one arm feels like it's not there.
What is this?
Astrid then proceeds to draw a sword and almost looks like she's about to cut your arm off.
Whoa, what the fuck?
And just...
Whoa.
The incarnate of death allows you to have the capability of a phantom within that arm. It can shape and turn into anything that you can imagine.
Anything?
Anything. Not a dildo. Immersion, not a dildo.
What a tentacle.
Any weapon, any item that you can conceive other than a dildo. This can be
anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
Looks at a cactus immediately.
Makes a mace.
My entire Caducey just hurt by that. My whole extraducey just shattered. Roll for penetration damage, my boy.
Emotional damage.
Whenever any of the party talks about their trauma, emotional damage. Hold on, I'm pulling that up. That's fucking hysterical. I'm gonna play that at the game.
Oh, we have to get on track. We can pull it up later. You know, when we're not recording. JT.
What the fuck is this?
Emotional.
What the fuck? What is this?
I don't know. Okay, but back on track.
Moving on. I'm sorry, I just love that fucking audio so much. It's so fucking funny. But as you accept this incarnate, you gain the ability Phantom. This allows you to go intangible for a whole minute.
Oh.
Once a day, you can go intangible for a whole minute.
Oh, that's so useful.
And you can spread your darkness for about 10 yards. And this is where your polymorph comes in. You can spread your darkness from your arms, like the translucent part of your arm, you can spread that for 10 yards. And as long as you are touching that, you can morph within that 10 yards.
Wait, what?
It's not a true polymorph. It is a incarnated polymorph.
Wait, so I can do the badass thing where I can like make tendrils or even veil myself in like phantom mist.
Yup. Except this polymorph ability lasts for a whole minute. All of your abilities last for 1 minute, but they are crucially deadly.
Can I use that ability to conceal anyone within the mist?
Yes.
Perfect.
But if something else has intangibility, they can get through it.
Okay.
Astra then looks at you again and says, "It was a pleasure doing business with you, Nylar."
Likewise.
And just out of nowhere, she goes into the obelisk.
Well, that's new.
And the obelisk then all of a sudden, as you look away for a minute, it's gone.
Huh. Okay, question. Does Yar have anything to say about this? Because he just witnessed a strange thing.
Yar's just...
Oh, this is so interesting.
Okay, don't nut in your pants over this shit.
I'm not the one who looks like they've been fucking shocked.
Shut up. Moving on. We gotta go find that gauntlet.
We do. Hey, question.
What's up?
Would I still have the ability to sense magic through the ground?
Yes.
Awesome. Would that be useful at all right now?
Not right now.
Okay.
But I will say, you come to another very familiar site. A place that is not going to be discovered for another 10 years.
Oh.
You find the Genasi Pond.
Oh, fuck me in my ass.
No thank you. Only on Sundays. What? You notice...
Conveniently, that's when our next D&D session is.
Conveniently. You do notice something. Remember that little stand that I told you all about the first time you found that pond? Had nothing on it?
Mm-hmm.
You see the Gauntlet of Drogos placed on this little altar.
Oh my god.
And you see the original core 4 Genasi just all standing. In somewhat of a stasis.
Okay. I'd like to walk over to Gale and just like poke her in the face. Hello.
Where is this place?
Hello.
Who are you?
Why, I am Nylar, and you are Gale.
I am Gale.
You are Gale.
What mage are you?
Hard to tell right now.
Yara that just nudged you. Say wind.
Wait, one more time.
Yara elbows you. Say wind.
Wind.
Wind. You are a wind.
Yes. This. And I bring my.
As soon as she sees that, her eyes kind of become silver and she turns into the Gale you know.
Glorious. Hello, Gale.
Know not what this is.
Why, this is wind magic. Try and just make a little breeze.
You're telling one of the most powerful wind genasi to make a breeze.
I don't want her to blow me off the fucking face of the earth.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
That's fair. Okay, maybe don't
As
do
soon as
that.
she does that, almost out of nothing but instinct, what appears to feel like a level 5 hurricane just.
Can you please not?
And just with ease, she lowers her hand and it stops.
Question, now that Nylar's undead, does he need air?
You're not undead.
Oh, I thought you said I was undead. Okay, cool.
No, you act like undead.
Awesome.
But Gale then says, thank you, smiles, and then. And I will say you notice something very weird about the Genasi. They're all still human.
Huh.
So when you showed Gale wind magic, that triggered her whole, oh shit.
I am the creation of the Genasi.
Yara walks to where Pyro is, and he seems angry.
This must be hard for you, but you need to take a step back.
He deserves it, and you know that.
Oh, he does. He more than does.
So then why don't I just?
Now step back before I make you.
Fine.
I'm not gonna figure out how to get away in the other Genasi because I can use fire, I just can't use water or earth.
Yara can. Remember, Yara's the master of all four?
Yeah.
He's the fucking avatar.
Yara.
What?
Yara.
What's up?
I need you to deal with Terra and I can't remember
Zephyr.
Water bitch because I can't remember his name.
Zephyr.
Nylar can be bothered to remember.
Zephyr.
Fine. Zephyr. I'll handle Hothead over here.
Yara then immediately just triggers both of them. Terra then just yawns and says, I'm going back to sleep. Zephyr looks confused, and Yara just says, spare them, Zephyr. I remember fighting. Day one. And he's still in stasis. Like, he's clearly not hearing Yara, but Yara's just talking to him. First day I met Barbados, Daisa, Adina, Kriv. You were the first. Don't. I have nothing to say to you. You put them through hell. You put Achilles through hell. Dare I say more than Pyro? You didn't look for her. You didn't look for the ones that you lost. That's all I have to say. So fuck Zephyr. And then he inactivates Zephyr.
All right, now on to Pyro.
How you want to do this? Yara can still do this, but Yara can kick his ass if he acts up.
Yara, sit down.
Fine.
I walk up to Pyro and how I initiate him from his stasis. I bitch slap him. Whapa!
Who dare?
Shut the fuck up, you human. Okay. Now, your name is Pyro.
I know.
Good. This woof, is fire.
Fire.
Yes. And you are not so high and mighty. Don't act like it. You're a dick. I get it. A lot of people are dicks. But you're a mad dick.
What's his name over there?
Really? That's none of your business.
What's his name? I'm curious.
Oh. This little baby want to know who his name is.
I'm quite
Guys,
curious.
you don't get to.
Because he reminds me of somebody. Somebody that I once knew quite well.
Oh.
Zelfier of the Fire Clan. She was my left-hand woman.
Well, good for you. But this is my right hand man.
You looking at Pyro, Yara's eyes kind of just do like.
And I don't have to tell you anything. I awoke you. If not for me, you would still be in stasis.
You're a funny one. You're a funny one. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. Fairly well. Then. And after that, all of a sudden, you see a bearded young Merlin.
Oh my god. Is that
Nylar, Yara, pleasure to meet you too. I've been expecting you.
Merlin? Hi.
I've been expecting you too for quite some time now.
Cool. We really just came for the gauntlet, so
I know, but I need to correct this timeline. Yara, you fucked up. You're wrong. I what? You fucked up. You're wrong. Lloyd lied to you. It's nothing. Listen, Astrid's informed me on the entire situation. I already know everything. I need to correct this timeline because that's not how it's supposed to happen. They were supposed to be raised in a human civilization. I was supposed to be evil. Yada, yada, yada. That's a whole thing.
You know you die, right?
I do know I die, yes. And I know I give
Yeah.
Karthok his magic. I know everything. Astrid told me everything already, believe me. So, listen. After you two leave, I gotta change the timeline. We cool?
Yeah.
All right. Take the goblet and go.
But one more thing. When Pyro is, acting up a little, just give him a little bitch slap for me.
No, that's why I'm resetting the timeline, because he's not supposed to be like that.
Fine.
I have to correct everything. Zell isn't supposed to be alive now. Achilles should just have been an idea. It's a whole thing. Sentinels were just discovered. It's a whole situation. I gotta reset everything.
Well, that sucks for you.
I'm aware, believe me. I know I'm an asshole. Not that much of an asshole.
Well,
Get your glove and leave.
Yeah. Wait, did you just call it a glove?
Merlin did just refer to an ancient draconic weapon as a glove.
Merlin?
Yes.
Why did you just call it a glove?
It's a fucking glove.
I mean, it is, but...
It's a metal thing you wear on your hand. Just this thing can somehow kill a thing of destruction.
Nothing, I just find it amusing. I'll grab it and go.
Yara still seems kind of silent after you said this is my right-hand man.
I know, I did that on purpose.
Bitch.
I grab the gauntlet and I lead him out by the back of his shirt.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Yara, then. After you.
All right. I step through with the gauntlet in hand.
As you do that, you have returned to the present. And all is how it should be, and all is how it was.
All right. We better get this to. We better get this to him, or else.
It's not a hit and fun story.
Oh.
Argus is a woman. A satyr titan.
Girl boss.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get to Arcus then. Oh my god.
Funny story, we can't get to Argus. That's what Demetrius is for.
Okay, then let's get to Demetrisk.
All right. As you start waddling over to Demetrius, not. Where did you find that?
Well,
Yara, is this your doing? What have you done?
Quiet. We found it in the past.
I know damn well you did not just tell me to be quiet. I know damn fucking well, Nylar.
I am holding the one thing that you want in my hand.
Bitch, I don't want it.
Okay.
He literally just goes, bitch.
Bitch.
Bitch, I don't want it. Material
Bitch,
girl.
I don't want
Material girl. Arcus is the material girl.
You don't want it, but we need to get it to Arceus.
And I know, I'll send us to them immediately.
Yes, thank you. That's what
Yara,
we need.
leave. I need to speak to Nylar. Oh. Yara walks out. What happened?
Well, we went to the past.
What she did?
I got this cool little tricky trick.
Yes, I mean more of like what happened with Yara. He seems different.
Him and I had some few interactions.
Bad, good, trusted, not trusted. What's the situation?
They could neither be described as bad nor good.
That doesn't help me. I need to know if I need to get rid of him.
Oh no, they were unpleasant.
They were unpleasant or they weren't unpleasant?
They weren't.
That's odd. They worked with Void. They should be one of the worst people that we know.
I mean, they seem more than willing to repent.
And isn't that a little suspicious?
I mean, they
you
just
know all he's done. You know everything that he's done.
I do. But I've also been in his mind before. And he just used an ability that he can use once every 2 millennia.
That doesn't mean anything. He's immortal. 2 millennia is nothing to him.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I just don't understand. I guess.
I don't either. But he did it. Well, I'll keep my eye on him.
I'm trusting your judgment here, Nylar.
Good.
I spoke with Achilles regarding her feelings about Yara.
Oh.
She surprisingly is not upset with him.
Yeah, that's our Achilles.
But I don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't have to make sense.
That makes sense.
Not everything can make sense.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah, you just gotta roll with it.
I'm aware. Believe me, I've been around way longer than your entire lineage has.
Yeah. I mean, a fucking entity of destruction is trying to kill us all. That makes no sense.
It kind of does. It's kind of his job. I take it you saw Malachi?
I did.
Good to know.
He was a cute little kid. Not so much as an adult, but
he aged pretty well during. For being in prison for the last God knows how long, he aged pretty well.
That is fair.
But is he how he was described? This happy-go-lucky hero?
I wouldn't say happy-go-lucky.
What do you mean? He seemed what?
He wasn't the Malachi. He was definitely shaken by something weary, but
That's
it wasn't the
probably.
Malachi that.
Well, the Malachi you know isn't the real Malachi. Malachi you know is Void. No one really knows Malachi.
Although he did have a tattoo of the incarnates.
Oh, that.
Oh, you seem to know something that I don't. Would you care to
That's
share with the class?
that's the mark of Karai. That is the true indication of knowing if they are the being of creation. That's why Mary couldn't have been Karai. She never had the markings.
Interesting.
That's why Void covers one of his arms. Well, yes, it's Malachi's body. That doesn't mean Void doesn't have a say about it.
Speaking of covering arms, I should probably get gloves.
Probably.
You know, I don't want to start a party.
Believe me, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Tyler, let me ask you a simple question.
All right.
Do you accept Yara now?
For now.
And with that, my job as the DM is done. That's my nice little way of wrapping things up.
Yeah. So did you enjoy that? Was that good?
I loved that. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm gonna stop the recording real quick.